There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head with a war weapon. They're swell and they're like, haha, you're not attractive. There's nothing sexy about you. These are injuries. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. I want them sentenced to fucking death. Do you hear me? I don't care. Get off. I don't want to hear that garbage. They're saying, they're raping me in my head. They're saying things I don't want to fucking hear. Sexual and disgusting about each other. Get off. You're just fucking mad because the government's going to hear this and they want you sentenced to death. Psycho. Okay, she's trying to drag me into conversation with her. I'm not going into a conversation with the terrorist bitch talking in my head. I want her sentenced to death. She's talking in my head. Ew, it smells like cotton candy. What do you want to eat? You haven't had anything to eat. Eat cereal. Cereal.
I want an acai bowl.
Okay, get dressed so I could take you.
For real?
Yeah, come on. Go, baby, please. Because as soon as I'm ready, we're out of here. And call Diana and see if she'll go to work with me. Please. You and her and you guys, I'll pay you. I'll just make sure to keep recording. I'm not fucking jumping. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists trying to drag me into a conversation, and I'm not obviously the cussing type and the belligerent type. I know it bothers them. I know that my live streaming bothers them. So all I have to say is I'll continue live streaming, and it irks their fucking nerves. And because it's not me being belligerent, they start to attack me more and they're trying to drag me into a conversation with them when there's no conversation to have. They need to be sentenced to death. By the way, look how swollen my face looks. Okay? From the terrorist talking in my head. Hi, I'm from California too. And look how little my eyes look from the swelling down here, swelling up here. Okay, it's constant. They're swelling in my cheeks, swelling right here around my jawline. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists screaming in my head right now. They're trying to pull my eyes away. It's just, this is murder. This is murder. This isn't even slavery. This is murder. Dictating which way someone can turn their neck is murder. okay, dictating if they can speak, communicate literally with a war weapon is murder.
Devin, here is your reminder.
What's a
Check
fact is
section
that you're
8.
not doing it to me. Not to that degree. So the terrorists talking
Devin,
in my
here is
head
your reminder.
are like, haha,
Check
some people
section
can't
8.
even talk. They can't even talk. See, it's just playing with my tones. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. Like we can make you mute. And so what I was saying was, well, you're not making me mute. And she was like, well, in all technicality, we are retarding you, or we are disabling you so that you only can speak 4-letter words. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. So if they're offended that I'm saying that I hear them in my, which they are, they're talking in my head, why don't they get the fuck out of my fucking head? They're offended. I want you to hear that they're offended that I'm trying to find a way to steer these terrorists out of my head and using a war weapon to talk inside my head and control my mind. And they're offended. I want you to understand how psycho they are. This is very serious to anybody who understands how, I mean, who's clearly not handicapped. They're offended. Okay, that is weird. Those are weird ass bitches, dude. Offended. I want to paint a very clear picture. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. I don't. You do it, you get sentenced to death. Their records will get called. Haha. One by one. I'm gonna get every single one of you sentenced to death. The psycho terrorist talking in my head is calling me a jealous piece of shit. To paint the clearest picture of the terrorist women talking in my head that I possibly can, so there is no mistake as to how psycho they are. Oh. I literally can't walk. The terrors talking in my head are controlling me. So I'm walking around like looking like I'm chasing my tail.
Alexa, what time is it?
Good morning, Renee. It's 8:54 a.m.
Leah, we have to go now. I woke up at 7 something. Yeah. They're pulling on my face. They made my face swell almost immediately. Leah, you gotta move because we're gonna leave now. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists screaming in my head right now. They're trying to get me kicked off of YouTube because I'm live streaming and I'm making it clear I can't capture their voices on my live stream. Furthermore, if they are trying to use these assigned voices to tie records together, that every record gets flagged that has their voices on it. Good. Wait, no. Let's see how quickly there's terrorists from the bell on me now, bitch. Leah, 10 minutes and we're out of here. Huh? Okay. Me. The terrorists talking. I can't keep my balance. They keep pushing me. They're pushing me. They're pushing me. So I'm walking around in circles. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're talking in my head. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're using a war weapon to attack my spine. I'm having sharp shooting pain down my spine. They're talking in my head. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're talking in my head. They're terrorists. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorist. Mm. Huh?
I'm waiting on you. Did you put bleach in the washer when you were washing the stove?
Did you clean? Were you cleaning? Oh, maybe you used that cleaning spray. Where did you get it from? Let me see. So I can ask Ampero. The terrorist talking in my head made I don't even buy bleach. That's the funny thing, but somehow there's bleach that got on my daughter's sweater. Okay, and she just asked me how did it get on her sweater. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Maybe it's when Ampero came to clean. She uses bleach. I need to tell her no more bleach in the house. But like I was saying, the terrorists, there are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists screaming in my head, we're going to destroy everything you have. And by the way, they want me screaming and cussing them out. So while I'm live streaming, like, oh, I broke this, I did this, or to get me, I'll start cussing them out on live stream so I could get kicked off of YouTube. So I'm documenting everything on YouTube and Facebook. I have a Lauren, LORENB, okay, page, where I posted all the pictures of the hair I lost, things that are starting to break, my son's car accident, everything. I'm documenting everything. There are Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. Do you hear me? They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're terrorists talking in my head. There are, and they're forcing words out of my mouth. Do you hear me? I'm having Tourette's. I'm having Tourette's, okay? Forcing words out of my mouth means I'm having Tourette's. It is. Yeah. Super funny. God. One of the women just said something. Well, this is something I want to repeat. She just said, I'm gonna literally rip, stain, tear, break anything new that you guys get. Make you lose it. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're talking in my head. They need to be sentenced to death. These bitches are serial killers, okay? All day long, they're trying to pour salt into an open wound because they want me kicked off of YouTube. And they want to isolate me and keep away from a community, like having a community who can vouch for me and say, yes, she went to work. Yes, she went to church. Yes, she was a part of the gym. Yes, she's a sweetheart. Yes, they want so badly. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. He's doing it again. He's trying to hurt me, so I start cussing. He keeps saying, I'm going to break everything you fucking own in my head. And now he's forcing me to cuss. I'm having Tourette's. Honest mineral, so they could check every word. The terrorist talking in my head keeps screaming, Renee wants me sentenced to death, but she's mocking me. But she's mocking me, but she's still obsessing. It's very weird. They're weirdos, dude. The women are weird. It's obvious they have a lot to hide.
They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're talking in my head. Okay, Bugsy, I'm ready.
There are Egyptian American, thank you for saying no sound. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head, saying, I'm gonna make you cry, bitch, over and over again in my head. I want them sentenced to death. Do you hear me? They're talking in my head. I'm gonna make salmon today, so don't buy it. Don't do it today. And I've cleaned your mirror. Don't make a disaster out of it. Hey, so I went to church yesterday. And I know you're not a good church girl, but they have the.
No, I don't like it.
Why don't you just give it a try? You can meet new girls.
And I don't like the retreats. They
Did
don't
you
like-
reach out to Tally? Why?
Because I don't have her number, and I don't really want to text her.
Why?
No, not like Tally. Tally is
Stupid video please does not say mean things. I'm live streaming and I don't want people to hear you sound like that because I know you don't mean it. The other day you were just saying how much you wanted to talk to her. So just, I'm live streaming.
Okay, well,
Let's keep your image the way it actually is.
Okay, well, let me don't.
So while my daughter wasn't on live stream, she was saying how sweet Tally is. And that's a promise. Our Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists, they're trying to control the narrative. They're talking in my head.
Can we go to Earth Bowl?
Where's Earthbound?
It's by where Diana lives.
No, it's too far.
Okay, what about the other Earth Bowl?
I'm either gonna go to this close one,
Wait, I'm looking where it is.
use your phone. You have your own phone.
No, but you don't have
Use your own phone.
Yeah, but you need the direction.
No, I don't. Just, Leah, I'm gonna either go to Jamba Juice, Juice It Up, or Acai Bowl.
Wait, there's just
How
one.
come she goes to the one close to her house and doesn't say, I want to go next to Leah? Why don't you let her make you feel important once in a while?
I'm not. What the fuck? I'm not even saying I want to go see Diana. I just want an acai bowl.
You always want to do everything she does.
No, I don't. I just want an acai bowl. I'm hungry, and I want Earth Bowl because I
Okay.
like their acai bowls.
Jamba Juice is good. And
No, it's not. It's not good. I just want Earth Bowl. It doesn't have to be the one by our house. There's so many
No.
other Earth Bowls.
It's too far.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Why?
There's a Acai Republic right
I
here.
don't want
Then
that.
I'll take you home, Leah.
I don't want that.
Then I'll just take you home, Leah.
No, there's other Earth Bowls.
Leah, I'm not going that far. I have work. I don't have time. It's 9:30.
It's literally in like
I
10
have to
minutes.
go to work.
It's a
Call your dad and ask him to take you.
Also, I'm saying something.
I'm sorry. The voices in my head are playing with my head. They're playing with my head.
Okay, well, I'm trying to give you advice. Maybe don't live stream all the time because you probably leaked your address, by the way.
Who cares?
I care because I'm there all the time by myself. I don't be breaking in.
And
Yes, they know you literally leave the door unlocked all the time.
Leah, okay, I'm not live. I'm definitely not live streaming this. The stupid terrorists talking in my head think I'm a child, dude.
They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. This is our Soviet Republic. What do you want?
What do they have? I just wanted to...
Put your shoes. Come on.
Okay, so. Then with that, the whole amount.
Let me see what they have here.
You don't want. Okay. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists that are constantly hurting me and not. They just look at my daughter's sweater. They bleached it. I'm just looking at the sweater. It's a $45. They're wanting all stuff to me. They're Egyptian women terrorists talking in my head, trying to make us look like we're dirty.
You might not want to look at
There's the causing. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. Why? Because it looks like a party?
I'm not doing it right.
Oh, there it is. I got it. I'm documenting my schizophrenia and my Tourette's. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're talking in my head. They destroy everything nice that we get. Did you hear me make a noise? Did I just go? I thought we did.
Do you know if the payment went through?
It didn't ask for a payment. It's weird. I thought it was kind of weird. Okay. Saw it over there. Thank you. Oh, and that granola, can you make it so it's not too much granola? Thank you. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists are talking in my head. Yeah, but it's if there's no money, it's not like you have a choice. You have to be in there as often as you possibly can. Until money comes in. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. Please help me sentence them to death. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. I want them sentenced to death. They're suffocating me. They're suffocating me. They're getting offended that what I need to do to protect myself sentences them to death. Instead of finding another way to get away with whatever they're doing, they continue to abuse me and they're offended. These are psychopaths, dude. These aren't normal. These are psychos. The women are fucking psycho trash. They're suffocating me. I keep saying this. I keep making this noise because they're suffocating me. They're suffocating me. What are you doing? They're trying to make it look like I'm not a good mom. I just bought my daughter the PacSun sweater. And the terrorists, I have 14, actually more than that, legit deals, okay? I've been hosting open houses for the past, since January. And we're at the end of July, not one buyer. Okay? And Teresa has been doing it just as long, probably, well, she's been doing it a little longer than I have. She's doing just fine. Yes, please. Leah, what else did you order? I'm gonna get one more second. I think you're gonna get it. You wanna bite? Here. You sure? I don't like that kind of a song. Come on, baby. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're talking about there are these psycho bitches are serial killers. Do you hear me? There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists.
wreck my car. They're trying to make me go over the bumps rough so that way it messes up my car alignment. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're taking control of my vehicle. They're talking in my head. I'm making it clear they're the reason why we're suffering financially, physically, emotionally. I want them sentenced to death. Do you hear me? I'm not going to stop till every last Egyptian American Muslim terrorist, not innocent Egyptian American Muslim women, terrorists get sentenced to fucking death. But I got you. Once I got you, this is over. It's like make friends. We'll see if you make friends. We'll see if anything. We'll see. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. The psycho terrorists talking in my head, or the terrorists talking in my head, aren't getting it at all. What are you looking at? I love you, bud. I'm so sorry your mom is having such a rough time. It's gonna be rough for the next few years until I figure out how to resolve these mental issues okay. Are you taking the bag?
No, I'm giving it to you.
You don't want it, you sure?
Yeah.
You're sure?
Yeah.
I have cereal if you want cereal. Love you. So I want to hold on to the voice that I hear in my head. Not hold on to it, but I want to see if if it's the same voice from here till I get to the freeway and it's a 10-minute drive. If that bitch is trying to claim it's a voice coming outside, she'd have to be screaming awfully fucking loud. She pulled back. Now she wants to whisper. But yet I can't capture her voice on my live stream, but my phone is close enough for you to hear me, so if I heard something, the phone would be able to capture it too, right? They don't want me going to work since I am going to work.
They don't want me going to work, period. And so they want me going to work late and leaving as early as possible. It's a long way. I've already hit 2 lights and same psycho terrorist that I heard, woman, go, get out of here, go, die, please, over and over again. Actually, verbatim, over and over. I'm scared to say that. She's saying it. She's screaming that in my head. I don't know how sentencing yourself to death is funny. They think it's funny, but yet they're obsessing. Still talking. I'm making it super clear to anybody who's investigating these terrorists that they're murderers. The terrorists talking in my head already fucking know. I'm making it super fucking clear. I want to tie up all their records like they want to do, and I want to flag every single last one of them. Ha ha. They want to tie it together and destroy the records because there's no evidence to, if I wasn't live streaming, that the voices I hear are in my head. They're like, you look fat, like I'm supposed to care, as if that's the priority here. They wanted to tie it together and for there to be no evidence or anything to have the records destroyed. So they would just tie the knot on the records and have them all destroyed. So now I'm proving that the voices I hear I can't capture on my live stream. On top of the fact, I'm making it clear I hear voices in my head. It's medically documented. I hear voices in my head. No one's arguing with me, including the stupid psycho bitches that are claiming that I'm claiming to be investigating me, but are really trying to launder money, and at the same time make it look as though they're taking control of my vehicle. And there's nobody following me, no one in front of me that's following me, and now I've scanned all the license plates in front of me. They're trying to make it sound like the voices I hear are coming from outside. So I'm making it clear that I can't capture their voices. I'm seeking medical attention. It's on my medical records. No one's arguing with me, including the terrorists talking mad, because they're the ones talking inside my head. To say that I'm lying, and I mean, maybe that's their argument. Maybe that's their argument. People are lying about being certain things when they're not. These terrorists are really talking in their head and trying to make it sound like the U.S. government is frauding other countries for Social Security, and that's why we're in debt. Or maybe, who knows what they're up to. But these stupid psycho bitches, as far as on my front, on this level, they're making me pass gas. They're trying to make me look like I'm not a good mom. So they keep destroying all the brand new stuff I buy my daughter. So it looks like it's old, worn out, and dingy. And they laugh about it. The women are saying, fuck you, in my head. The women are infamous for pouring salt into open wounds. And by that I mean, like, they force you to gain weight, they make your face swell, they stretch the skin of my forehead, they made my hair fall out, and these are actual injuries, and they're like, fuck you, your hair fell out, ugly bitch, you stupid bitch. Ha ha, you don't look at yourself the same. You don't feel gorgeous. You don't feel gorgeous. You look old. You look ugly. One of them just laughed. Like, they're so desperate to have me not, because naturally, they wouldn't be this obsessed if naturally I wanted to go do drugs and be like, and I wanted to party and ignore my responsibilities. But they're obsessed because they know this is who I am naturally, and they want to traffic me away from everybody so that they could see if, and then they'd have to still try to force drugs down my throat. Haha, I'm leaving all this evidence now. It's been 2-3 years. You think they didn't catch a glimpse of me saying I hear you in my head? Haha. They don't want me telling my Bible study group that I hear them in my head. I told the guy that I was dating because although he was a psychiatrist, but I was just like, he couldn't tell. And so I flat out told him. I was like, hey, I'm schizophrenic. And I'm looking for friends. And he's like, I get it. Obviously. And it's not like he's going to want to date somebody with schizophrenia. And it's not date. If he's not marrying me, then it's like I'm not dating. I'm just gonna waste my time. I'm not a wishful person. One of the men just spit in my head because they're so hooked on like wanting to look like the women their women are disgusting. They want me to look like I'm irresponsible. They want me to look like I'm not a good mom. They want to destroy my image because they're women. By me going to work, by me making it clear, I'm sentencing them to death. I'm making it obvious they're terrorists. So they keep spitting in my head because basically every little manipulation on my psyche, and then on top of it, it's not just manipulation of my psyche. It's like feelings. It's like these are deep emotional things, okay? And because I have to suppress my emotions to really make sure these terrorists get sentenced to death, he's spitting in my head because I'm prioritizing my kids and not some man like want me to. They're stupid. And they don't want me explaining that I have feelings about this. They want me to act like I don't care, because they don't want to get sentenced to death for it. If someone wants a relationship and wants to be intimate and emotionally connected to somebody and have a long relationship like everybody else, okay? And these terrorists are intentionally depriving me of that. That's murder. It's fucking murder. It's murder. It's not even kidnapping. It's not the way they're using the weapon and how the tactic. This is considered murder. Okay, so now I've heard 3 or 4 of them in my head say, never mind. Whenever they say never mind, it cues the weapon to attack my brain or my spinal cord. It does something to me. They're abusing me more because now they can't get me. They want me looking attractive or semi-attractive because of course they don't want these successful, gorgeous men interested in me. They want me attractive to a certain demographic so that they could traffic me and make me involved with this community that best presents them, okay, to presents them as having a legitimate reason and justifies their wannabe claims against me. So they wanted to preserve, but the more it's like it's not working, the more they're attacking my physical. Because they're like, well, she's using it to fucking work. She's using it to fucking work. One of them is saying, fuck you, you fucking whore bag. Like, I'm in a lot of pain while I'm explaining. And she's just pouring salt into that wound because she wants me, you're gonna this, and they're gonna do this to you when they find out, because she wants me kicked off of YouTube. She's desperate. That's a desperate terrorist that's facing the death penalty. And she knows I want them sentenced to fucking death. There's no way on this God-given planet I'm leaving these terrorists here to stay with my kids here on this planet. The bitch is psycho. She's offended that I'm finding ways to protect myself, and it just so happens that the ways that I protect myself sentence her to death, and she can't hide it. So instead of using her noggin, okay, to go figure out how to hack in, find a way to her records to destroy them or erase them and have them dumped, or to find a way to block the weapon, or to find a way to hack into people's heads so that she can make it seem like she had a legitimate claim without having to manipulate records or block it or destroy records. They're not doing anything of the sort. They're just psycho Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists getting offended like we're going to murder. Like without a cause. She keeps saying, go fucking die, over and over again in my head. That's a loser. She's a loser. Her kids can't intake the money that they laundered. It's going to be obvious on the record, and it's going to be obvious that they're pinching every dime. They're trying to get me to spend every dime or make us look raggedy, okay, and destroy every transaction I have because the terrorists don't want us. They want us so badly trafficked into a certain demographic. They don't want my daughter to hang out with Amanda, whose mom and dad are making money. They don't want her hanging out with people that are doing well, that are successful. They are intentionally depriving my daughter of things that she needs so that she can survive. And these terrorists, they want to take the money that they laundered, destroy the evidence, and make it look like their kids inherited the money that they worked so hard for. Bullshit. And the government already got done saying, if your kids take part in the money, take part in your terrorist organization, they're all going to be placed on the terrorist watch list. You're all going to be sentenced to fucking death. And once they turn 18, they're at an age where they're responsible for their fucking actions, period. Especially if the terrorists can't be mentally handicapped to sit behind the weapon. I'm sure they have to go through tests to verify that they're in a conscious, coherent mind. And so their kids are going to claim that their kids are equally intelligent. So the bitches talking in my head are abusing the fuck out of my kids and me. And on top of it, my daughter's on the records. So they need her to die as much as they need me to die. So that they can destroy the evidence. And they want to make it look natural, or they want to make it look like she was suicidal, or they want to make it look like she was a drug addict, or they want to make it look like she was promiscuous and caught a venereal STD or AIDS or a venereal disease or whatever, or she was this or she's that. They're trying so hard to create this image, but they're using the weapon to murder. It's the weapon that's murdering people. It's not the things that these terrorists are tying it together with. No drugs, no alcohol, no nothing. Why don't you try to make that happen, bitch? I had a sip of alcohol, literally like 1 or 2 sips of alcohol at my cousin's bridal shower. That's as much as I've had to drink since, I don't know, the last celebration, which was so long ago. My mom never provides alcohol at anything that we do. So neither do my aunts. My aunt doesn't. My uncles do on occasion, but I don't drink. I don't even notice that there is alcohol there. That's how so far away from my mind it is. Oh, okay, now I remember. I had a sip at my cousin's getting married, his wife's bridal shower, which was 3 months ago. A sip, and the rest of my drink, it spilled on my mom's pants because the terrorists wanted to ruin my mom's pants. Dude, I want the women sentenced to fucking death. They're dressing up in, which makes me laugh, honestly. Because even the fabric that they buy, the manufacturers are buying things from, it all goes back to the 1% that literally owns everything, and they all want them sentenced to fucking death. So even to the fabric that they buy, okay, the terrorists are financing their own death sentence. Thank God. Thank you, God. They're buying these designer outfits, the red bottoms to Christian Louis Vuitton. Subliminal message. You're getting sentenced to death. We're stomping you out. Literally, it means they're going to die. The red bottoms. Every name brand, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, they all sport Fendi, Louis Vuittons, they're what is it called? Marc Jacob, the other one, what's the other one that's a big one? Michael Kors. All these name brands want these terrorists sentenced to death, and they're walking around sporting these. This is how stupid they are. They're sporting all this stuff and destroying our purses that we buy, all our name brand purses, this is how stupid the terrorist women are. But they're walking around, parading around in these brand names, and then pretending to sing along anytime they're around people who don't know they're terrorists that they work with, or they're, pretending to give charity to, and all this stuff. they're, you know, in front of them, they're portraying this image and pretending to be involved with the mainstream, okay, so that they could fit in. But it's because they want to know, because through Beyonce's songs, through Nicki Minaj's song, they are straight gangbanging. They're like, we're about to sentence you bitches to death. So the terrorist talking in my head, the only way that they can communicate or know what's going on is if they spit out a song and they make it viral. And they make it go out public. That's the only way these terrorists are understanding what they're doing. Other than that, they don't talk to them. They don't talk to the world powers. They don't talk to Elon Musk. They don't talk to the king of Saudi Arabia. These bitches are fucking losers. They're trying to establish themselves to be on that level, but none of them want to work with these psycho terrorists. And they're trying to force it, and they're saying, no, fuck you. You didn't actually earn your position. Because they want to use the weapon. This weapon was around before these terrorists got there. And on top of it, all these people that are in these high positions helped fund securing the weapon. So terrorists like the bitches talking in my head can't get away with this shit that they're trying to get away with. And these psychopaths are and basically said, if you can't figure out how to hack on your own into someone's head, if you can't figure out on your own how to gain access to these records, if you can't on your own figure out how to block the weapon, you're through. We're gonna sentence you to death for using this weapon and trying to manipulate the record and basically all the wars. You're responsible for the wars. You're responsible for all the kids that died in the wars, the genocide, the terrorism, everything, every fucking thing. They're psycho. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're super fucking done. What does that have to do with me? Get it? Get it? You don't get it yet? Now you can feel me, whore. She's like, why don't you get the picture? We have no way out. What does that mean for me? So now she can feel me. Now she can understand what it feels like, because I want her sentenced to fucking death, and I'm not fucking playing. It's a piece of shit to me. Piece of shit. The bitches, the women weren't even being sentenced to death. They're trying to bail the men out from being sentenced to death. Now the whores are being sentenced to death too. So they had a way out. Honestly, there's no info. Hey. Right on time.
Yeah.
Your dad's not here yet?
It's going to be a short day because it's his 8-year anniversary with Misty.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Great. Yeah. 8 years.
Oh, you know what's even crazier is that Michael has his relationship is now 10 years strong.
Really?
How was this weekend? You guys finalizing things?
Yeah, we finalized a lot of the guest list, the numbers, and now it's just final payments for all the stuff. My suggestion is let your kids elope. It's a whole lot of money. Or do it somewhere far away so not that many people show up. Yes. I need a reach.
And it's cheaper and we can all have fun. Work fun. Hey, hey. Yeah, thanks. Hello.
Hey, some stock. Are we good? Good? Yeah. I know. 12 days, can you believe it? That's crazy. I know, I'm excited. I'm ready for all the planning to be done. All of the bills to be done. Yeah. It's been exhausting. That's really pushing me. Okay, but I don't have that much. I only have water. They sent me like 4 different PDFs, Excel sheets, all different. Yeah, that's why when I opened them all up, my eyes getting over and said, I'm just trying to do it. Yeah.
I'm trying. Oh, there's blur. No, blended and blurred and blur. Let's try and get it through.
to.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm working on it right now.
They're still talking in my head. And they're like, they're saying, I hurt you and I hurt you and I fucking hurt you over and over again. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. No. No. Oh, let's see if I secure this. So you don't get a little. That I have. Right to life in my life. I have the right to say that I hear terrorists talking in my head. I have the right to say I hear that that I seek medical attention for the voices I hear in my head and the attacks. I'm sending out letters, and the terrorists, they know every name on this list. Who it's going to if they live there. if it's a relative. They know if the post office, they can control the postman so he doesn't deliver them. I'm sending about 33. Hi, Uncle. 33.
Hi, Celine.
I'm sending out 33, 34 letters today. The terrorist talking in my head keeps saying, fuck you, in my head over and over again.
This camera has an error.
Okay. Who cares? This is the internet. This is on in because I'm figuring it out. I hear the same voice that I heard when I left my condo. The terrorist woman talking in my head keeps saying, in an instant, I can destroy everything nice you have. I can murder you. They're talking inside my head. In an instant. Because they're upset that I'm live streaming and I'm trying to protect myself. To make it clear, I can't capture their voices on my live stream. Otherwise, they're just talking in my head and getting away with it. So if they're struggling to get away with it because I'm live streaming, then this is obviously a solution to get them the fuck out of my head. They shouldn't be offended. They should be looking for another way out, right? Right? Am I right? Well, my car. Why would you even dog? Should you hear me manhandling with them? This plan so they can really go move on and take responsibility for everything. There you go, there's a solution. I figured out a solution to the terrorist talking in my head's problem. She keeps saying, my kids are gonna get sentenced to death. if you keep explaining, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna pay for them, so let's think of a solution. So, um, after all the crimes we've committed. So my solution was, why don't you come out and explain that you guys have been behind this weapon, you and your little group of terrorists, the ones talking in my head, take responsibility for all the crimes all of your terrorist organization have committed, okay? And let everybody off the hook, and then nobody gets an ounce of that money, but all your kids are saved, and then you have a whole group of people that will protect your kids to make sure they don't get sentenced to death for your crimes, and that'll love them because you just got them off the hook. I mean, there's a solution, right? So I've come up with I told the bitch to own YouTube, and she's like, I can't. I told the bitch, talk so loud that through my ears, your voices project, okay? And then it's, you know, I can live stream all day and capture your voices, but it's obvious that none of my devices got hacked. And you could pretend like the voices were coming from outside. People heard them, nobody could source it. Obviously it wasn't my devices that got hacked. I said, figure out how to hack into the records and destroy your own records. Without manipulating the records and murdering people. I have said, why don't you guys learn how to hack into heads without having to ask for permission? I've told them to figure out how to block it so that even if they did commit crimes, nobody can get to them. I've suggested everything I could suggest, and I'm sure I'll come up with a million more suggestions. And quite frankly, I just don't think these terrorists are smart enough not just to come up with an idea. I mean, not to just complete the idea, but to come up with an idea of their own. But you guys left early for the
9:30. We got there at 5:30. So I thought 4 hours was enough time to be there.
Yeah. You know what? They didn't start serving dinner till about that time.
There was dinner after that?
They had lunch, lamb chops, and they had the rice come out.
Really? Why did they wait so long?
I know.
Cass and I were like, we're starving, they're still going, and we didn't really like the appetizers. We were like, let's just go.
Oh yeah, and
We
then
just-
they had dinner, and my daughter was tired. She was like, I'm hungry or I wanna go. So we
Yeah,
like,
and Cass and I were like, 4 hours is enough time to spend in the night. Cass and I showed up 15 minutes after her, 5:45, and then yeah, like no one was there. It was just me, Celine, and one other couple. Almost 6 o'clock.
No.
Oh my gosh. I mean, 2 hours late, and like, and then Cass and I, like, it was literally like 9:15, so it was like 3.5, almost 4 hours we were there, and I was like, I just can't anymore.
Well, you know who was definitely on time was Marina. No, I'm just saying her timing and Hanan and,
They showed up at like 7:30, almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I showed up about 7, but it was 7 a.m. because I had an open house and I had to get ready and.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's so funny. Yeah, they didn't start serving dinner till like 9:30. 11 to 10 now.